The Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources unanimously passed a bill Wednesday that would transfer 24 acres of federal land to the town of Bryan Head.
Well, since the bill was proposed by Senator Mike Lee in May, there have been some questions that have surfaced about how that land would be used. Our Bayan Wang joins us here in studio with the story. Hey, Bayan.
Yeah, I spoke directly to Bryan Head's town manager, Brett Hauser, and he says the land is going to be used for public works and infrastructure purposes, which would really help the town out as they host hundreds of thousands of visitors who go there each year.
We're a growing ski town. We're going to be, our aim is to be the next great ski town.
The next great ski town needs the right kind of infrastructure, according to Bryan Head's town manager, Brett Hauser.
Of course, there's a lot of services that go along with that, being able to plow the roads sufficiently and tend to water and sewer infrastructure and things of this nature.
And that's where the Bryan Head Land Conveyance Act comes in. Utah Senator Mike Lee proposed the bill in May. The Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources passed it unanimously Wednesday.
It would convey a 24-acre parcel adjacent to the town boundary, enabling Bryan Head to expand and modernize its public works facility. Nothing more, nothing less.
The transfer of those 24 acres of federal land to Bryan Head, which already has a public works facility on it, would help them significantly, according to Hauser, considering it's a town of about 150 full-time residents that welcomes about 300,000 skiers every winter.
The facility that we have on the land right now doesn't meet our current needs, much less our anticipated future needs.
The extra land is laid out within these red borders. Hauser says the transfer of land would allow them to partially expand this facility to create more space for equipment that currently sits outside. On top of that,
we'll have the opportunity to do some recreation amenities, like a trailhead with a bathroom with a flushing toilet and things like that.
The Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance issued a statement in response to the bill, saying Senator Lee failed this summer with his large-scale efforts to sell off public lands, so now he's trying to give them away parcel by parcel. This legislation would set a precedent for future attempts to give away public lands without public input, appropriate compensation, environmental review, or other important legislative components. Public lands are an invaluable part of our nation's shared heritage, not an item to be given away piecemeal by senators. Initial concerns of the bill were raised by New Mexico Senator Martin Heinrich, who suggested a revisionary clause to revert ownership back to the Forest Service if the land was used for any reason other than its intended purpose. Heinrich's office confirmed with ABC4 that revisionary language is now included in the bill.
People are still going to see the same thing that they saw in the past. We're not going to be cutting down swaths of forest that, people enjoy hiking through or recreating in or anything like that.
The bill will now go before the Senate for a vote. Live in studio, I'm Bayan Wang, ABC4 News.